winners and losers for the week. Sometimes I go to the last minute. I made my decision up on both pretty early in the week. But Patrice Onwuka, I want to start with you. Who won? Who lost?
Winners, Pete Hegseth and President Trump as POTUS and the Secretary of Defense. And then losers, I'm going to say I didn't really make up my mind until now, but I'm going to say the people of New York who voted for Mandami.
Oh, that's a good one. I actually, yeah. Oh, see, I always love this. Chris Stigall, chop it.
The men and women of Knob Noster, Missouri, the pilots of our fighting B-2s at Whiteman Air Force Base, the 4th Congressional District of Missouri, my home state. God bless those men and women for pulling off the most unbelievable thing we've seen in military history, really. And then the loser, kind of a cousin to what Patrice just said, and that's the Cuomo family political legacy.
Oh.
Dead.
You know what? The funny thing is that was on my runner-up list of losers, because I agree with you. Another story that's not getting covered is how the Cuomo dynasty is over. And frankly, he did it in spectacular fashion. That guy had so much money, so much organization, that to go out getting your butt kicked in this fashion. Oh, by the way, let's just talk about the choice that New Yorkers had. A scandal-plagued former resigned in disgrace governor or a nut job socialist that's 33 years old. Not great.
Well, it turns out when you kill a bunch of old people, it's hard to run again and win, right?
Yeah, that's sort of. By the way, I will say this. Mandami, as much as I don't like his policies, that one clip that he has where he gets up and he says, "I'm not the guy who did this. I'm not the guy," and he just lists all of Cuomo's things. I thought was beautiful. Breanna, bring us home. Who do you think won and who do you think lost the week?
President Trump is a big winner, so is Pete Hegseth, I have to say. Loser, Jennifer Griffin. And we all know why.
Wow. That's not even a hesitation. You came out, and this week I will say there was a lot of contenders for both. So I will say this: as much as I agree with every one of the winners, I think Chris Stigall stopped a little short because he's just so quick to praise what goes on in Missouri. It was a joint operation. Remember, there were some tomahawks fired from a submarine that the United States Navy contributed. So my winner of the week is the U.S. military. I think it wasn't just, I'll give Air Force credit. They did drop some bombs, and they did have to, as a guy who has to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes, I will say the idea that that 35 hours, man, that I would have been like, can we go back?
Those B-2s, we only get to see those B-2s fly over stadiums usually. We don't get to see what they actually do. That's kind of cool.
Right. It was cool. So I will just say this. And then obviously what Chairman Kaine said about what was going on out at that other, the base in the Middle East when those soldiers stood guard and they knew there were shells coming. I mean, it's just all over. We saw the greatness of the men and women that serve in our military this week. And frankly, that, Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Marines are a division of the Navy, as they know. So that we'll give them their due there. My loser of the week, though, is Dem leaders. And I think we touched on it. But the bottom line is these guys beclowned themselves all week, from the people they chose to lead New York to the reaction they had to President Trump's strike on Iran. They made fools of themselves. So that was not a tough call for me. Anyway, I appreciate you guys being with us. Always love the Friday panel. It's so much fun. Well, if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get more.